Hello?
Hey, what up, mama?
Hey, not a lot.
Hey, I just want to wish you a happy Mother's Day and tell you that I love you and that I appreciate you and I thank you for everything that you've ever done, everything that you still continue to do for me, and let you know that you are a huge influence, positive in my life, and I talk about you all the time. I reference you all the time and all of that wonderful stuff. I don't know what life would be like if I had any type of different mother, but I want to let you know that I love you so much.
Oh, that is so special. I love you too.
And also, you are live on my show right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we we
Oh,
we average pretty good numbers over here. Sometimes we get 5 or 10 people watching. Sometimes we get 500. You never know. But the people
that's
in the chat
nice.
are putting up the prayer hands. They're saying, "Oh, you're a good son." They said, "Happy Mother's Day to you," and all of that good stuff. So they're showing you some love. You want to say something to them or tell them something about me?
Oh well. I got you kind of got me on the spot. I don't really know what to say, but I'd like to say thank you to everyone that is wishing me a happy Mother's Day. And for you, I'm just very proud of the things that you are doing. I just thrills my heart that you are, doing as well as you are. Um, I think you're very creative in the things you're doing. Seems like the older you get, the more you act like your daddy. I'm just impressed with a lot of things that I see you doing that I just didn't foresee you doing, but I'm very proud of you. And I want you just to continue, put God first and keep doing what you're doing. He'll bless you.
Man, that's more than I
I
could have
love you
asked
very
for.
much.
That's more than I could have asked for, and I love you too. And I appreciate you saying a little something on here. But I said, what better way to show, my love and appreciation for you? I talk about teachers all the time, so often you come up in conversation, just when I'm doing the show. So I always reference you, always in such a high regard. And I just wanted to let you know that you are very much loved and appreciated.
Well, you are too. And even though you're gone, you still my baby. You were my first baby. You made me the mother for the first time in my life, and I will always hold that very special and dear. So,
I appreciate that. It's an honor to be your son.
all right, sweetie, love you.
All right, love you too. Y'all enjoy your day and tell my daddy I said hi.
I sure will. Okay.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys, that was my mama. That is the mother that I love so much and has done so much for me my entire life, has always had my back through the thick and the thin, the good and the bad. I mean, what better way to start a show? How about that? So let's go ahead and get this thing started. How about that? What's going down, guys? This is your boy DJ Just J with JustDimes.com, and I am your host of The Subtle You Dig. What's going down, guys? I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I hope you guys got a chance to talk to your moms and all of that good stuff. And send them out some love, especially the good mothers out there. We definitely want to stress the good and the great mothers out there, man. Shout out to everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I'm going to give everybody a shout out in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. And I thought that'd be a pretty cool way, man, to give you guys a little bit of a special treat, something a little different, and let you hear from my mother. That's the educator. That's the teacher that I always tell you guys about. It's awesome. And I didn't catch her off guard. I asked her if she would, let me call her on the show, and she said I could. So it is all good. So let me give a shout out, man. If you guys are watching the show, hit the thumbs up. If you guys want to show support for the show and what we do here, there's the PayPal right there. It is paypal.me/DJ Just JOK. Or you guys can check out the monthly support that we have available, which I think they got some awesome perks, which is at Patreon. Patreon.com/DJ Just JOK. And anytime that you guys send some love to the show, not only will I return the love, I'll send you music out, and I'll also make sure and give you guys a shout out. So if you want to, make sure and send it as family and friends and put a note in there so that way I can read your note off on the show and let you guys know how you feel about the show. All right, let's go ahead and start from the top. Let's get your prayer hands together. Y'all ready? Everybody ready? Let me see them prayer hands. for J. McLovin in the building. J. McLovin is in the building. What's going down, J. McLovin? She know I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of her every single time. Y'all know that's my heart, that's my soul, that's my baby. Shout out to J. McLovin in the building. Y'all see the prayer hands going up in there, man. Shout out to J. McLovin. That's for you, baby. Happy Mother's Day to J. McLovin. Happy Mother's Day to J. McLovin's mother and all the good mothers out there and all the great mothers out there, man. What I want to do is I want to show you guys a video that was interesting to me. It's not about anybody fighting or nothing like that. It's just an idea. And what we're talking about is an idea of natural beauty. So shout out again, this is Mother's Day. I want to say shout out to all the good mothers and all the great mothers. I want to differentiate because every year we differentiate the good fathers, the deadbeat fathers. We talk about the mothers that are the fathers and all of that kind of stuff, when we actually know that that dynamic plays on both sides of the fence and not just one. What's going on, Shad? We actually know that that side of the argument can be made on both sides. What's up, Pandorians? How you doing, sis? We can actually make an argument and say that there are men that act as the mother and the father in a lot of households, but the majority of the households, since we have 82% of children that are born outside of wedlock, and the fact that most mothers have custody of the children than the men do, then we know that there are going to be mothers playing the mother and the quote unquote proverbial father role, right? So it basically means that you're just acting as a single parent. So as a single parent, you know what I'm saying? If you are in that situation, or if you put yourself in that situation, or if you volunteer yourself to be in that situation, I think it's actually an honor to be able to be in that position, to be able to, contribute and give life to another. And that life should be able to, to be able to multiply what it is that you give to them onto the next generation. So what you have happening a lot nowadays is you have this mindset of parents passing on to their children how they feel. Oh, and my brother, Relationship Rehab, I think I gave you a shout out earlier. And what's up, 1999? Raph is in the building. I think there's everybody. Okay. But you have this mindset of beauty that's being passed down from the mothers to their kids. And my belief and my philosophy has always been is that you need to be happy. Like, happiness needs to come from within. What's up, Jessica? And my brother Skohar. I don't think I said hi to Skohar. What's up, Skohar? If I missed you, shout out to my brother Skohar. So this is going to be a nice and easy show. We don't need to block anybody. We don't need to time out anybody. Just let everybody chat it up. Do what they need to do today. This is an awesome day. Mother's Day. I got a chance to talk to my mom. So I got a chance to give you guys a little snippet of me and my mom talking, man. I thought that was pretty awesome to be able to talk to my mom, in the beginning of the show. So that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But again, this mindset of beauty is apparently very important to women, because a lot of us know that women are primarily judged on their looks. We get it. That's not a secret. All right. And I don't think it's a bad thing. What's up, Rennie? I don't think it's a bad thing that women have something that they're judged on because men have something that they're judged on. It's basically a thing where men are judged on their financials and what they bring to the table in a physical form, in protection, and women are judged based on what they bring to the table in a beauty form, in a sexual manner. So those two things are very, very different, but those two things also can be very good when you bring them together. So the things that a man may not care about, or the things that a woman may not care about, or the things that a man do care about, and the things that a woman do care about, you bring those together, and it should bring about some balance, because they should be very, very different things for the most part. All right? Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys a video of a woman that's speaking her thoughts on this subject of natural beauty, because I'm one of those people. My entire life, I've always loved natural beauty. I don't like makeup. I don't like fake nails. I don't like fake hair. I don't like plastic surgery. I don't like fake boobs. I don't like fake butts. I don't like liposuction. I don't like none of that stuff. Like, I believe, like, if you want to shape your body in a certain way, go exercise. In my opinion, get your lazy asses up and go exercise. Do some crunches. Run up and down some stairs. Take a walk. Drink more water. Do something. And if all of that don't work, then you just look how you look. And it's okay. There is somebody out there that is going to love you for the way that you look. Holla if you hear me. Does anybody agree with that? If you aren't able to change yourself physically by working out and your diet and maybe your hygiene and all of that kind of good stuff, if you aren't able to physically change your body other than just hard work, then it is what it is. And all you have to do is be patient and stay humble. Stay humble. Be a lady. There's some things that I believe that women can do. Thank you, Pandorans, for the mic drop. That's always you, man. That's always you. Right? I believe that there's a lot of things that ladies can do. And what you guys are looking at is a video down there of a woman going through all of this entire ridiculous process of putting this crap in her head for whatever reason that she's doing it, because I don't know her reasons, but I can suspect her reasons, right? But I believe that there is so much of a emphasis put on the looks that I think that women tend to forget about the things that actually matter to men. I'm a man, been a man for a long time now, for many, many years. And I believe that I could give you a great idea of what the majority of men would be happy with. I don't think that there is a man in this chat that is not only going to disagree with me, but any man out there that is going to stop me or wants to stop me from saying what I'm saying. Because real men recognize real men, right? I'll say this. One of the best things and one of the first things that men want out of a woman that most women overlook, a good attitude. And you guys can always put whether you disagree or agree with my points in the chat. One of the most commonly overlooked things that women overlook that is important to men, number one, is attitude. No man wants a woman for the rest of his life to deal with a bad attitude, with not being able to handle themselves in public, being an embarrassment, being loud, and not having any level of like a person being able to look at you and just look and tell that you have self-respect. That's number one. Number two, one thing that women commonly overlook, because I hear women talk about they strong, they mothers, they strong, right? We hear that all the time. Second thing that women commonly overlook that guys want is they want a woman to be soft-spoken. Number two, and I'm bringing up things that women overlook. They think what men want is something, but what men actually want is something completely different. Number two, they want a woman that is soft-spoken. Good attitude, soft-spoken. Third thing that women commonly get wrong is that men want a woman that is approachable. Top three things. Approachable. A man looks at a woman, he sees beauty, so he's automatically captured by how she looks. But the way we view beauty is going to be way different than what you think. especially based on this video that you guys see down here at the bottom, right? Men want a woman that you can approach them and say, hi, my name is Jay. What's your name? Oh, your name is such and such. It's a pleasure to meet you. Shake your hand. What are you doing? Do you have a boyfriend? You know, what are you doing in life? Where do you work at? What do you do for a living? Do you have any kids? Are you married? All of that wonderful stuff that you would love to just be able to get the unpleasantries out of the way in an initial interaction. It is so hard for men, and I can attest to this. You know, back in my dating days, trying to approach a woman is one of my biggest fears because I don't like for a woman to have an attitude, and I don't like for a woman to just be dismissive when all I'm trying to do is simply just, you know, have a simple greeting. Just a hi, how you doing? What's your name? And some women can be so hostile. Well, most of us that are black people date in the black community. So black men know how black women are. We can speak on that. That's my expertise. And it'd be nice as other single men are out there looking for a good woman. The way that you prove that is by way of your attitude, by way of your voice, and by way of your approachability. Those three things, knowing the fact that the majority of black women will not find marriage, I can tell you, and I can guarantee you, if you look me in my eye, if women in general, black women in general, were to fix those three things, attitude, soft-spoken, approachable, I can almost guarantee you it'll make your level of being able to date successfully go up by 50%. And y'all can mark my word about that. Mark my word. For any women that are still looking for a man, wondering if they'll ever find a man or anything like that, I guarantee you fix those three things. And I'm doing this all off the dome. I wish I could be more like my brother Tommy Sotomayor and just go off the dome. I'm not very good at it. I'll probably end up having to write that down. But I can guarantee you, if you fix those three things, you will better potentially find a mate. I see a lot of people saying that that's true. I see a lot of mic drops in there. A lot of people saying that's true. A man will look past your looks, believe it or not, if he has those three things. Is mic working? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Women, ladies, single women, if you will take care of those three things, the fourth thing that is most important to a man is looks. A man will overlook flaws in your looks if you have those three things in front. If those three things stand out about you up front. Looks is easy. Men, we evolve. Men are smart too. We evolve too. So what I'm saying is that women think men are primitive and all they give a shit about is looks. Put looks at the fourth position in what's most important to men. I haven't seen anybody disagree yet. If somebody disagrees, can you tag my name so that way I can see it and let me know. Even relationship rehab. This is probably a great conversation that me and my brother should be having on here. Matter of fact, relationship rehab, if you ain't doing nothing, let me know if you want to hop on here. Because I'd love for you to challenge me and let me know if I'm wrong about this, because I don't feel like I am. I feel like I've listened to you and my life experience and listened to Tommy and just everything that I've known throughout my dating life. I think that I speak facts about that. Ladies, you put those three things on Front Street. The fourth thing, which is your looks. If you have flaws, if you have skin flaws, if you have hair flaws, edges flaws, eyebrow flaws, teeth flaws, titty flaws, ass flaws, stomach flaws, cellulite flaws, just had a baby flaws, up in the stomach area. There are a lot of things that men will look past as far as physical feature flaws if they have the top 3 most important things out of a woman. Attitude, soft-spoken, and approachable. Those are 3 things that you could do very easily. And if you have issues with dating or anything like that, I can almost guarantee you those top 3 things are the things that are keeping you from finding a husband, right? But I want y'all to listen to this young lady on the screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this fair usage up on the screen. Why? Because your boy don't want to get flagged up in this thing today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the fair usage, and then I'm going to show her video, all right? Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this video, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed and keep going forward. So here we go. I want y'all to hear what she has to say. It's a very, very, very short video. We got about 208 people watching. You guys do me a favor if anybody can keep tabs. What's up, Hustle Mills? Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna read what Hustle Mills said. Shout out to Hustle Mills. He said, they know that, DJ, but they call it weak. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Women very commonly call that attribute weak. 100% right. Thank you for posting that. So if you guys do me a simple favor, not everybody has money to donate. Not everybody wants to donate. But for the people that do, shout out to them. I'll read those if they come through. And looks like we did get one. So I will read that off here in just a moment. But for everybody else, a simple donation is a thumbs up. That is the simplest form, the freest form, the biggest form of support for the show is a thumbs up. It'll let more people know that we're live. So that way people that are bored today can come check out the show, see what we're talking about over here at the Soda You Dig. Oh yeah, bro. Like I said, if you want to, cool. I'd be more than happy to have you on. I don't have too many people on the panel, but I would definitely love to have my brother Relationship Rehab on. Whenever you get a chance, just let me know. But here's the video, guys. We're showing this by way of fair use. Here we go.
Let me tell y'all what a nigga thinks of y'all when y'all post all natural. He thinks that you're cheap and affordable, or he thinks that you're ugly. He automatically sees that you ain't asking for much. It don't take much to please you. Because see, a bitch that got her body done, that ain't no broke bitch sport. That mean a bitch done leveled up. That mean a nigga that you fuck with gotta level up. So when y'all see these niggas out here running around talking about some, oh yeah, team all natural, oh your body fake, that's because he can't afford no fake booty bitch. So don't be thinking because you putting all this all natural that you got one up on a bitch that got her body done. Bitch, you ain't got nothing up on a bitch that got her motherfucking body done. Not even your money ain't fucking with a bitch that got her body done. So let me just start right there on that fucking part.
I want to hear y'all comments. What we'll do now that I've showed the video in its entirety for the people that like me to go ahead and play the video without pausing, we definitely did that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break her statement down. It was a short statement. Maybe there was more, but that was all that I was able to catch. If you guys know how to reach her, let me know. Be happy to reach out to her and see if she wants to further clarify. Says she will never get a man, the immortal one said. Also aware said foul-mouthed and disgusting. Dwayne said she's clueless. I agree. Matter of fact, shout out to my brother Dwayne. I think that's, let me see, where's Dwayne at? Where's Dwayne at? Oh, wait a minute. This might be a different person. Let me make sure. Because we're about to break this video down. Let's see, Dwayne. support from the 704 hashtag Soto Nation Forever. So shout out to my homie Dwayne B. So Dwayne sent the first donation of the show, so thank you very much. I don't want to read your whole name out there. Also, if you guys want to make sure and type in your YouTube username, you can do that also, and that way I can shout that out instead of your real name. So again, we're gonna show this and we're gonna break it down based on everything that she said. Now, the reason I'm showing the video down here at the bottom is because I'm showing you guys what women go through. Matter of fact, I didn't even think about this part. Let me show you guys something, because she talks about looks, and we're going to break this down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show this young lady's video what her hair looks like down here at the bottom before she even starts this whole weave process. That's what it looks like after the fact. And I'm going to blow her video up here a little bit so you guys can see this. And I want y'all to tell me if y'all see what I see. There we go. Now check this out. I want y'all to see what her hair looks like before she puts this bull crap in her head. If we're just going to strictly base this conversation on looks. Because it comes up pretty quick in the video. Just playing it and playing it and playing it. Tommy talks about that a lot of those chicks in their mental illness and how they like to play with their weave and all of that stuff. It never fails that you got a million videos out there. Matter of fact, there it is. Where are my fellas at? Where are my men at? We got about 227 people watching the stream live. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up so more people will come through. 227 is not bad. Hopefully we can cross over to 300 today. Can we get a thumbs up? Can we get a thumbs up? I love for the people that are watching the show to hit the thumbs up. That'd be awesome. What was said? What was said? This is not a hateful show today, guys. Okay? We don't have to say hateful things. I just want you guys to speak on facts, if you would, please. I don't mind you guys saying whatever you want to say in the chat, but do me a favor. If you get timed out, or to my moderators, before you time a person out, if you could, tag their name and tell them, what's wrong with what they said, if you would, please. And then after that, if they do it again, then time them out. Because like I said, you guys got the wrench for a reason. I let y'all do what y'all do, but that'll help us out a little bit. I want you guys to tell me what's wrong with her hair in this form. Carrie said, nothing wrong with her hair. Mr. Breadman says she's a cute girl without the crap. Kingdom Minded says she has long, healthy hair. Sesquipedalian says she's brainwashed. She has beautiful hair. No need for weave. Her hair is gorgeous. That's pretty good hair. And CRC actually said this. He said she's protecting her natural hair by putting weave in it. I agree. Jerry said her hair is long. What does she need that hair hat for? You guys get my point. What's up, Hitting the Mismatis? You guys get my point. Kurt Dog said, her hair looks good natural. That's my point. I'm telling you guys, if you fix the three things, fix your attitude, be soft-spoken, be approachable, men will overlook even if your hair isn't perfect. Even if it is coarse, natural black hair. Is this a real question? It kind of is, because this is one of those things that we have to battle through every single time in all of these discussions. When you talk about weave being a multi-billion-dollar industry, I'm about to break her video down, guys, and I want y'all to listen to these facts. According to the 16th annual Buying Power of Black America report published by Target Market News, a leading group focused on African American marketing, advertising, and media, African Americans spent $507 billion of their estimated buying power of $836 million, or excuse me, billion dollars. Let me read that again. I need to make sure I get that right. According to a published report, African Americans spent $507 billion of their estimated buying power of $836 billion on hair care and personal grooming items in 2009. That's a $72 billion difference from that spent in 2008. So think about that. It jumped up almost $75 billion just in a 1 year span. And I know that there's some more updated numbers out there now because I think the number has gone up since then. Yeah, I'll repeat it again. I sure will. African Americans spent $507 billion of their estimated buying power of $836 billion on hair care and personal grooming items in 2009, which is an increase of $72 billion from the previous year. $836 billion. Guys, that's just under 200 billion, under $1 trillion. And black people are only 17% of the population in the United States of America. And men, black men, are even less than that. And they're not saying that black men are the ones spending the money. Our women are the ones spending the money. However they get it is however they get it. I'm not going to judge on that part. If you have the money, then you have it. If you've earned it, then you've earned it. The difference is what we choose to go and complain about when we go out into society, when we talk about and we blame your states. We blame Louisiana. We blame Oklahoma. We blame Texas. And we blame our government and politicians for the fact that we have shitty schools. I'll say that again. We want to blame our politicians and our government and our president. We blame them for the conditions of our schools. How many people remember that video that I showed you guys on the conditions of the schools in Oklahoma? Torn up textbooks, torn up ceilings. The floors look like crap. The bathrooms smell like piss. The school bus is breaking down. I remember there was a point in time when our school buses in Oklahoma City were so bad. You know what we had? You know how used to have to get to school? We used to have to get to school by way of the city bus. The city bus. That's how bad it was. You know, having old jerseys. I remember, shout out to my mother. I love my mother. That's why I put her on the phone with me earlier. My mother, for as long as I can remember, when she started coaching, I'm not going to say the name of the school, but my mama knows. She'll remember the story if she listens to my show. The school uniforms were so bad that my mother took her own money, took her own funds, and turned around and bought those girls that didn't have a lot of money because the community just didn't have a lot of money to invest in these girls. They just didn't. The parents didn't have the money. My mom went and bought them jerseys and shorts. She went the cheapest route possible and got t-shirts that fit them. And she got the names and numbers pressed on the shirts. So that way that those girls had fresh uniforms, clean uniforms, and respectable uniforms that they could actually fit. Because some of the girls are smaller than other girls and some of the girls are bigger than other girls. I remember she did that for my brother's basketball team. My mother did that for, well, I think by the time my sister got in middle school, I think they had uniforms by that point. But there have been plenty of times when my mom actually spent her own money to get the supplies that them kids needed. The schools didn't provide it. My point about all of that is to say this. What did he say? They're only getting weed for white men. Call it what it is. Kurt Dog said he might be on to something. I'll leave that for you guys to decide. I have my personal thoughts about it, but I'm trying to speak more of on a fair line. So I'm gonna just be mindful of what I say. So I want to be fair, and I don't want people thinking that I'm not being fair. So I'm trying to be not biased right now. Okay? So the reason that I bring that up is to say this. If we have just under $200 trillion in spending power in the black community, why are black people spending money on what they want and begging for the things that they need? Who said that? What person did I quote that from? If we have $800 billion and we're only 17% of the population, why is it that black people buy all the shit that they want? Cars, clothes, Jordans, weave, fingernails, purses, bags, whatever, 70-inch screen TVs. Got to get some rims on the car. We all know people that do that type of stuff. Let's not even talk about the church. Somebody said TD Jakes. Oh my, no. I know it's Sunday. Don't let me get on to the pastors. I'll rip them apart tonight. Don't let me get on to the pastors today. Let's not talk about these mega black churches that are making all this money, buying all these houses, and need funding for private planes. But your members can't even keep their fucking lights on. Uh-oh. Am I going to get in trouble for that one? Am I going to get in trouble for that one? I don't want to hurt you guys' sensibilities, but I do want to be honest and I do want to be fair. How is it that a pastor can go and spend $2,500 trips at the Gucci store for belts and clothes and outfits and shoes, but your members are having to figure out how they're going to eat that night? Because you want to get into heaven and you want to do the right thing and you want to pay your 10% so you can make God happy and you can feel like you did something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, black churches. How many of y'all went to black church today? Trump is taking away some of their tax benefits. In my opinion, I think the black community would do just fine if the black community would take the money that we have and use it in a responsible way. And that can't be aimed at one person or a group of people. That has to be all of us together. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Y'all heard that in church, right? We need to reach out and touch our brothers and our sisters. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be preaching today, right? But we need to reach out and touch somebody's hand and say, you know what? If we have that kind of power and we have that kind of money, what can we do with that money to make our community, our world, our schools, the life for our children better? Hello. $850 billion can bring in all new, brand new school books. Matter of fact, I think somebody did the math the other day and broke it down and said just what we could do with like $10 billion extra $1 billion a year. It was ridiculous. Matter of fact, I think it was dang, I can't remember my brother's name. He used to be on the panels with us all the time. But he said if we took just, I think, either 10 or $50 billion, I can't remember what it was, we could actually fix a lot of the stuff that's going on in the black community right now. When it comes to the books, when it comes to supplies, when it comes to uniforms, when it comes to instruments, when it comes to facilities, bathrooms, simple things, lights, simple things. painting the schools, rebuilding the schools. You don't need your government to come in and do any of that stuff. Now, why am I talking about all of that? And how does that have to do with what this woman is talking about? We're going to bring it all back. How does all of what I just said have to do with weave and looking beautiful and thinking that guys don't want you unless you look a certain way? Because Eric James. Thank you, Relationship Rehab, Eric. Shout out to my brother Eric James. Y'all tell him I said hi and I love my brother. What's up, classy young man? I just saw your name in there. What up, bro? Even with all that hair, has it garnished marriages for men? Pandorian said black people can fix their communities. With that kind of money, why can we not? You're talking about all these moms spending money on fake crap instead of on their children's school. Okay, that's kind of my point about it. Is I'm saying for every $10 or for every $20 or for every $100 or for like some of these women that you've heard like that have said about Tommy and said that their weave costs more than his rent do. These are women that are saying these things. If your weave costs more than Tommy's rent, then where else could that money have went? That almost rhymed. I'm going to say it again because I thought it sounded so good. What's up, Carla? If your weave costs more than Tommy Sotomayor's rent, then where else could that money have went? Can somebody put that in the chat for me? I think that's hilarious. I think that's hilarious. This woman in this form with no makeup and her natural hair. Forgive me for saying this, Jay McLovin, but this woman is beautiful the way that she is. Any man that is a single man, especially a single black man, would take her as long as she has a good attitude, soft-spoken, and approachable, would take her in this form when it comes to looks. I thought it was very important for me to point that thing out that I saw that I'm like, what the hell is she doing to her hair? Like, just leave it like that. Hashtag happy and nappy. Thank you, Kurt Dog. If your weave costs more than Tommy's rent, then where else could that money have went? Well, I'm going to tell you something. Have you checked to find out if your kids got working pens? Shout out to my baby that loves pens, right? They need pens, they need pencils, they need paper, they need folders, they need backpacks, like nice thick backpacks, not them little cheap little shits that they get from the back to school thing that'll fall apart after you put too many books in there. Hello, right? We're in the new age of technology. Maybe your kids need a good solid tablet that they can actually do homework on. Because a lot of these schools are now starting to use Google Classroom. Maybe get your kids not the Jordans, not the latest, Nike t-shirts or whatever. Maybe these kids can go to Walmart and instead of you going to the mall and spending $500 on 3-4 outfits, maybe you can go to Walmart and go get you 23 outfits for the same amount of money. And that'll get them through a much longer amount of time, spending the exact same money. All I'm saying is that we have a lot of money, but we don't see the benefits of a damn thing that we're spending it on. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't want to keep talking because I want to break down her video, but that's my point. That's why I felt so compelled to do this story today. I just felt like it was speaking in my heart, and I wanted to tell you guys that. We're up to about 253 people. Hit that thumbs up for me. All that money she gets all that money she can get her kids' weave done. Blacks vote for Democrat hustlers, and they misappropriate government funds, but they vote them in again the next election. It happens a lot. Take them to Walmart. They're just kids. I'm going to point something out to you. Where y'all think I get this shirt from? What store do you... Somebody put it in the chat. Where I get this shirt from? And I want to point something out to you guys. When I talk about having a quality mate, a quality relationship, do you think that my girl loves me any less because I got this shirt from a particular store? Maybe because it looks lame. Maybe because it ain't got the embroidered stitching on there. Maybe because it ain't got diamonds popping out the t-shirt. Maybe because it ain't double-sided. Y'all can ask Jay McLovin. Ask her. Does she love me any less because her man dresses in an affordable manner? Ask her. Or does she love me for who the person that I am, how I am, my attitude, the way that I speak, the fact that I'm approachable, and maybe the fact because I got a cute face. Maybe it ain't because I got on a pair of Jordans. Diana Reed says, hey, Jay, love your show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The thrift store, I think you could do just as good as going to Walmart as you can at the thrift store, Miss Lady T Sine 777, and I'll tell you why. Hey, what's up, Cynthia? I just saw you. What's up to Cynthia Maiolo? Said I spend $25 every 4 years to get my hair cut. I'm no maintenance. I can dig that. That's awesome. I'm gonna tell you guys a story because I told this story to Jay McLovin, and Kurt Dog will tell you this too. Before I replay her video, I want you guys to listen up to this. This is a story that I told. I said, if a group of me and my boys, what's up, Rupert? How you doing? If me and my boys was to go to the club and all the chicks in there walked in, they had on jeans, they had on sweatpants, they had on t-shirts that looked like these, maybe even the cute little regular cheap Walmart t-shirts, but just did it in a way that it looked cute. Let's just say if those women didn't have money to get their hair done, but they was able to cut their head bald. If all women had bald heads, had basic looking t-shirts, basic patterns, came in there with jeans, t-shirt, pair of tennis shoes, walked in the club. To my fellas, I want y'all to tell me if I'm right or am I wrong. Would men still try to talk to those women? Yes or no? Got another donation from my sister Pan. I would absolutely, let me see, I can jump on in 5 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Relationship rehab. I'll let you on. Matter of fact, let me send you the link right now. I have to create a link because I don't have one. And she says she has a message. She says, hold on. Where is the message? Relationship rehab. Are you still there? There we go. Get this Hangout open. If women walked into the club looking hella basic, all of them. Matter of fact, let's just say, okay, I'll give you a better scenario. What if 50% of the women walked in looking hella basic and getting clowned on by their female counterparts, and the other half coming there looking real basic, and the other half coming in with their weave, hair, makeup, and toes did and all that good stuff, Gucci bags? Would the 50% of the women that walked in the club looking real basic, would they still get a bunch of men to approach them and try to talk to them if they have a great attitude, if they're soft-spoken and approachable? Let's just say that the majority of the women that have the weave, that have the makeup, that have the nails, that have the shittiest attitudes, that are loud and they're strong, and they just like, I know this nigga didn't just walk over here. I know he didn't. Not approachable at all. Who's going to get more men? The women that have the better attitudes or the women that have the shittier attitudes that in their opinion, look better? My sister Pandorian sent a donation and she said she did nothing but lie. Both of my parents taught me that beauty is not what I should strive for, should not strive for to be, do through actions and behavior. Be through, I'm going to read it again. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Both of my parents taught me that beauty is not what I should strive for, do through actions and behavior. I have to read that literally because I didn't quite catch it. I was told and experienced everything she said is the opposite. When women wear makeup, fake hair, and body parts, they're showing their easy prey. Men are innately hunters. I agree. Insecure prey signifies easy targets. Most of the men that have approached me were well-rounded gentlemen because I don't wear makeup and fake hair. #Pan. Love that, sis. Love that. Kurt Dog said, if you naturally, damn, I missed it. He took it away. But let me go ahead and make sure that my brother relationship rehab is in here. Let's see. Hold on, relationship rehab. I'm gonna get you this link here in just a second, bro. Just want to make sure that I only have people in here that I've added in here. All right. Give me just a moment. All right, while we are waiting for that, guys, give me just a moment here. I'm going to get my brother relationship rehab on here. And I'm not going to give you that track because I already gave you that one. Give you this one. Y'all give me just a moment. Let me get my brother on here. All right, got that link. Let me make sure it's the same one, and it is not. All right, give me just a second, relationship rehab. Let me get you added in here. Okay. All right, my brother, check your Hangouts. There he is. He got it. I might not even have to send it to you. Hit the video button on there, and you should be able to come in, and then I'll just bring you in and put you on the screen. And my brother is in the building. Y'all hold on just a second here because I need to make sure and keep my screen up so he can see me and what we're doing so I don't mess that up anymore. I figured this out the last time when I was on with Princella, so let me see how good I am. Let me pause this video and let me exclusive here. And what the hell? Let me bring you up here. I'm gonna bring her. Where's she at? Hold on, bro. Let me drag her video down so that way I can put yours above hers right there. And let me crop this top out a little bit.
Can you hear me okay, bro?
I do.
Cool.
All right, let me try to turn your volume up. Do a mic check for me.
Mic check. It's your boy Brian in the building. Hey, live.
Shout out to my guy, relationship rehab in the damn building. What's going on, bro?
Not much, brother. It's good to be back in the house of your dig. One more time, brother. One more time.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What's
How
going on?
you doing, man?
Oh, brother, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. You doing all right?
Man, I can't complain, man. Ain't nobody listening no way, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't listen if you would complain, man.
That's right.
But
I'm just out here, man, trying to make America great again, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man.
I like that hat. I just looked at that. Shout out to
That's all I'm
Kanye.
trying to do, baby. I'm trying to make it great again, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man.
Yeah, shout out to brother Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Kanye. Chi-Town, stand up.
If y'all don't know, y'all should know. This is my brother, Relationship Rehab. This is also my brother, United Guns of America. This is also my brother, the Guru and the Whore, the second half to the Guru and the Whore. My guy, my brother, Brian in the building, man. So y'all
Man,
make sure.
I was blown away by that video, man. That's my first time seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, that was just, man, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen, man. I couldn't believe how she just totally just I guess what was most shocking to me was the level of confidence in what she was saying. She wasn't just talking shit. She was really like standing on that. Like this is what she believes to her core.
Yep.
And it just proves the point of what it's like when you have generations of women and ladies and little girls growing up without fathers. Because to what her insight and perception is on what a man wants, a real man wants, she is so far off. And it's like there was like no guesswork in what she was literally just like, this is what I believe, this is how it is, this is what I see every day, and this is why I'm speaking on it. She had no like, well, could I be wrong? Well, this is how I feel. She just like, no, this is what it is. If your man ain't doing this, he ain't no. And it's like, oh my God, that is not what real men are on out here these days. And it's like, it's so many of us that have, you know, the want and the desire to have a strong family, to have that you know, good functional nucleus, that we don't know where we can get it from. And because we can't get it, we are literally settling and trying to make the best out of what we have. We trying to take lemons and make lemonade out of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about this from a older perspective, when a man does get serious about wanting to settle down, wanting to have children, wanting to build a family, wanting to just, you know, have a real life with another person. And it's like, by that time, when we get to that age, the pickings are so slim that we wind up making mistakes earlier in our lives because we didn't have fathers, or we wind up just settling for something and say, well, man, she all right. She only cuss me out every Wednesday and Friday. She don't do it every day. So I just roll with it, man. I just, you know, stay low. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what we do. And it's such a tragedy to see that that's where we are. To think that's to have a young girl watch that video and think that she's less than, she's not up to standard, she's not going to be able to have a successful relationship until she's augmented her body, until she's changed her body, till she's purchased something to upgrade her body. That is horrifying, man. Because those young girls, it's just in with the environment that they're in, it's like that's what they look at. And they look to you naturally look to those that are older than you. And you tend to follow in their footsteps when that's all you're exposed to. And most of these young girls are around nothing but women like that. And that's what they aspire to be. And they think, I got to get a nigga with some money so that I can get my booty bigger, so I can get me some fake titties, so I can get this real weed. Not this weed that I'm just getting. I got to get this real weed. And it gets to a point to where they start to get so desperate, they will do anything. They will sacrifice all of their morals. They will sacrifice their self-respect. They will allow themselves to be degraded to the lowest levels possible just so that they can attain some of those things that she's talking about.
And I'll say this again, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. We're not talking about the outfits. We're not talking about the weave itself. What we are attacking is the mentality. We're attacking the mentality, not the item. So for everybody that act like they haven't been understanding that for as long as they've been listening to us, we're not mad at the weave or the big screen TVs or the car, the rims, like all that other stuff that I named. We're talking about the mindset that goes behind those things is what we attack, which is actually counterproductive to what we actually want to do in the black community.
And here's my thing. Ask yourself this. What did black women do before weave? It wasn't like they wasn't fucking then. They wasn't getting chose then. When you think about black women before weave, they were actually in much more stable, functioning relationships back then than they are now. So it's not like they're getting better men now that they got weave. They're not getting better men now that they got bigger butts. They're not getting that. They are literally taking what they have as their body, and they are just simply making themselves to be an object. You want to be, as opposed to being a woman that's desired for who she is, what she stands for, what she can do, and what she says. She literally just wants to be objectified and desired because her ass is so big. She wants to be desired because her titties are always out. She wants to be desired because she wears this facade that makes her look like she's something that she's completely not. And if you put on that type of mask at 14, imagine what you're going to be doing when you're 40. And that's why you have these women that are the bar lounge barflies that are 40 years old, may have some kids, but they probably grown already. And they just going to the bar, going to the tavern, not the club, because the music too loud for the club. They can't do the club no more. So they go into these hole-in-the-wall taverns, these hole-in-the-wall bars where everybody know their name, just like Cheers.
Right.
And they in there, and that's all that they're left with.
Yeah. Because
what they have made themselves to be is an object. And objects they're things that they have time frames. It's like you can only have a car for so long before you got to get a new car. A car doesn't stand the test of time. Neither do clothes. Clothes don't stand the test of time. And it's like those are the things that we pride ourselves on. Purses, boots, the shoes, red bottoms,
bags.
Versace. All of that stuff is cool to have if you can afford it, but it's only an object. It gets old, and that's what happens with their bodies. They put all this stuff into their bodies, and then they get to their 30s and 40s, and then they can't keep it anymore. Their body can't sustain the stress that it's been under, so they have it taken out. Now they're nothing but a shell, and now they want a real man.
Wow, dude. Ooh, I could take that in so many different directions. Golly, I love having you on here. Let me say this real quick, because somebody might have missed the message, but I'm going to just address it, because that's why I let you guys talk in the chat. Tar just said, but Brian, I don't think she was talking about how to attract a man for a serious relationship. She's talking about how to catch a sex buddy. This is the thing. Most women don't know the damn difference. That's the problem, especially when you're talking about these young, impressionable minds from these women that are of childbearing age. At these nowadays, it's pretty much from 13 all the way on at this point, because you could be a mother at whatever the damn age is. There is no limit to that. So whenever you know that there's no limit to that, and you know that these are the type of people at age like the you saw did you see the stream that Tommy did last night? It was real late.
Nope.
Okay. He did a stream about a woman, and he did the math and found out that this woman had her kid at 16, got pregnant at 15. And oh my God, did y'all, come on, y'all in the chat, y'all seen that video last night? Who you talking to? Her. Every 5 seconds. I swear to God, bro. We literally watched about an hour of that in 3 different videos of her. I'm gonna pull up. And I'm like, it was to the point to where she was supposed to be out on a, she was out eating with her daughter at an IHOP, and her daughter got so sick of her being on live, her daughter got up and walked out on her. Her own daughter realized, like, Mom, you're being immature. And I've always said this, women that have children early, the earlier they have them before they become mature mentally, it stunts their mental growth. And you can clearly see that this woman is barely older than me. I'd say probably somewhere in between me and Kurt, say somewhere around there. Relative, maybe even me and you, somewhere in between that range. But you can clearly tell that she's operating from a teenager's mindset. And it was just sad to see that. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, because of course he has to put the video up and then take it down for obvious damn reasons. But it was such a pleasure to watch Tommy stream, because I was driving home from Oklahoma back to Texas. So I had nothing but time to sit there and listen and watch. And he literally just, he walked off and came back and she was still at it. Her daughter then walked off, and she talking about, it was just crazy. I'll just say that. But the point about the whole thing is just the fact that when you talk about the mindset and what they're passing on to the children, you can see the remnants of that and how these children are acting in the black community, how they're acting in the classroom, and how they turn out to not be functional adults.
Right.
So it absolutely does have to do with how they're being raised. It has everything to do with that.
And my thing is this. So, to the point of saying, well, hey, everybody not looking to get married, everybody not looking to get settled down and right. You have your time in your life where you just want to have fun and do what you want. I get that 100%. And if that's your choice, I'm fine with that. But the problem with our women is that our women don't have plans. They trying to come up. So you look at your average woman that's from another racial background, that's another race, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever the case may be. They will do the same exact thing. Because I'm not one to say, oh, it's just our women. No, they'll get out there and they'll thought it up and they'll do their thing. However, they have boundaries, they have limits, and they have a plan. Because that same white girl that's doing her thing, living her life wild and carefree, when she gets to college, she knows that she needs to start, first of all, making sure she get her grades together so she don't flunk out. Second of all, she knows that, hey, when I do find a good man, I'm going to cut all this debauchery shit out. All this being a runner for the football team and having gangbangs every weekend and all that. I'm getting rid. I'm stopping that once I find me somebody that's worth me stopping this for.
Yeah, very true.
Our women keep going. Half of them ain't even in college. They ain't even in college.
But they're the most educated though, Brian.
And as soon as they get a baby, they having it and all bets are off. They like, fuck the rest of my life, fuck all my plans. I'm gonna have this baby. I'm gonna get this government check. I'm gonna get this child support. And then when I hit about 35, I'm gonna go to Westwood College and become a phlebotomist. I'm gonna start going to school for nursing. I'm gonna start going to school to be an attorney. Like that picture they showed of that chick who had 5 kids and just now graduated. And she got all these applause, got tracked down by Steve Harvey, flown out to the Steve Harvey show, everybody clapping and saluting.
No, I didn't see that. No.
Yes, that picture, Tommy actually did a video about it.
I didn't see that.
It's her standing in her cap and gown with her 5 kids, like stairs. 2 by one daddy, by one dude, 3 by the other, whatever the case may be. It wasn't all by the same dude. We know this.
And I want to explain this before you finish that story. It's not about us saying, because like I said, I see what people write in my comment section, so I'm gonna preface this before you finish what you're saying. It's not about us saying that her graduating isn't a good thing and it shouldn't be celebrated. What we're saying is we put that out on the forefront to make it seem like this is okay to go this route, to have all these kids and have your priorities messed up.
And here's why here's my thing, because we about to disagree, because I think that is a bad thing. I think that is a bad thing to celebrate her for having 5 kids and she's in her late 30s or whatever, getting ready to graduate, because of the simple fact we don't celebrate the young girl who will power her way through college, through grad school, get her master's, and we won't see a goddamn video. We won't see a Facebook Live. We won't make none of that go viral. She won't get flown out to fucking LA on an all expense paid trip to go to the show. And then they sent this chick to like the Bahamas or to Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
He sent her on like a $3,000-$4,000 vacation. Why? Why do we celebrate that? Yeah, she overcame a fucked up situation. I'm not knocking her for that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we don't celebrate the people that do shit right.
Yes,
we'll celebrate and have a turn up for a nigga to get out of jail for selling dope, a nigga to get out of jail for shooting somebody, a nigga to get out of jail for stealing and robbing or whatever. And then the dude that graduates from college, we just call him a lame because he always been in there. Oh, he always been about them books. Yeah, we knew he was gonna graduate. What?
Let me
that. And I think that's wrong for us to celebrate people that do that. I'm not knocking her.
Yeah.
Her journey is her journey. But for her, because she was fucking early, had babies by 2-3 different dudes, and she finally decided to get up off her ass, get some financial aid, and then go to school, and then to get flown out to LA, get an all expense paid trip to Jamaica for a week with her and her 5 kids. So we know that's at least $4-5 grand. For her to get celebrated for that, what does it say to the young lady that's in school right now and that want to give up?
Very true.
What does it say to the young man that's busting his ass right now, eating ramen fucking noodles because he can't get no wick? Because he can't get nothing. What does it say to that person that does that? That really tries to do it the right way, the so-called, I'm going to pull myself up by my bootstrap shit. This person that does that, we don't even think about celebrating that person. We don't fly that person nowhere. We don't donate. We don't set up a GoFundMe for that person.
And then what that does in turn is for everybody that sees that is they think that this is the route that I should go.
That's the way. So when I do get tired after I do have finals and I want to blow off some steam and I go and fuck me a dude, yeah, I'm gonna let him hit it raw, even though I ain't on the pill, because if I get pregnant, I know what I can do. And it may not be the intention, but when you know that it's a safety net there, you tend to be more reckless.
Yeah, absolutely.
You tend to be, it's a natural fact. When you know that you have an out, you tend not to go as hard as you can or be as responsible as you should because you know you got an out. And that's exactly what this does. It's like we continuously send the wrong messages to our young people. Yeah, this older chick here she may be 24 or 25 and she may be fucked up in the head and may need some mental help or whatever the case may be. You can call it all the ways you want. But the fact that she's putting things out like this on social media is sending a message to some young girl who ain't got no daddy or no mama with no good sense saying, you see her? That's not what you do. You don't need to get a boob job. You don't need to work your ass off and go strip so you can get your booty implanted. You don't need to go and do that. You don't need to go and suck this nigga dick and go let this nigga fuck you so you can get enough money to go get this weed so you can go to the club and your weed gonna last 2 weeks longer because it's a better grade of weed. Man, that's what our girls are working for. Our girls are working for the turn up. They living for the next turn up. They living for the next get together. They living for the next, we gonna kick it and do this and we go, that's all they living for. And if we don't see that and see that that's the problem, and we seeing that shit on, just like when Tommy do them around the webs, all that shit you seeing on live, it's not like it's just, it's a person here and a person there.
Well, yeah, you know what? You bring up a great point, and do me a favor, check your text messages real quick. But you bring up a great point. Because one of the things that woman talked about was the fact that she bragged about the fact that her video of her, what they like to say that we do is cooning and soft shoeing and tap shoeing and butter biscuits and all this crazy stuff. But then she turns around and here, I'ma pull up, here. Is that not the same thing? And then you're talking about you're bragging the fact that you got 3 million views out of it. And the point is the fact that now people think that that's what my concern should be, is getting views by any means necessary. And it's sad because then you get to see it replicate itself. Now, out of 3 million people, you don't think that there's going to be about 5 or 10,000 young black girls that are watching this woman that looks just like them in the same exact situation as them and getting just as much attention, and they want attention, especially since they feel like attention is the new currency?
Yep.
Attention is the new currency, and everybody wants to have some money in their pockets.
I got a show that I'm gonna do soon about that, about social media. It's the new drug. It's the new crack. It's that quick high that everybody who's jumping on it, that's what they want. Whether it's for something ignorant, whether it's for something that's just debauchery, it don't matter. It don't matter. They just want to get them 15 seconds, not even 15 minutes. They want 15 seconds of fame. If I could just go viral for half a day, a part of a day, 45 minutes, 10 minutes.
By any means necessary.
Trend for 5 minutes. That's what it's about now.
Yep.
All that Instagram and Facebook Live, it's the new drug. And people are hooked on it because they don't have nothing else. They don't have no other thing that they got going for themselves except for live. That's all they got. And that's all they want to do. So I'm going to keep going live. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my clothes off and be half naked. I'm going to give me something to drink, give me some weed, and I'm going to play some trap music. And I'm going to have the guys, ask me to take stuff off. I'm going to have the guys tell me how I look. I'm going to ask them what they think.
Man, I see it happen like dozens of times a day on Instagram alone. And I'm like, man, it gets to a point, man, where, I don't want to be disrespectful to my woman either. I have to unfollow these people. Like it seems like that's what everybody's doing now. And it's because of the fact that they want to replicate success. They don't want to create their own success, which is also and I'm gonna show this video again. I don't want to get too far off. Let me just not get too far off, because we got plenty of time. We got nothing but time all week long. Now that I ain't got a DJ, but one day this week, so so we're definitely gonna have to do more. So what I want to do is I want to show this video again. We are using this by way of fair use, but I got to show you this video again and make sure. I want to make sure that you hear what this young black sister has to say. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the good mothers and all the great mothers out there. Not to every mother, because we don't wish every father a happy Father's Day when Father's Day comes around. So we have to clarify that we're talking about the good, wholesome, awesome mothers. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. I want y'all to hear what this lady says about what it takes to capture a man. Here we go.
Let me tell y'all what a nigga thinks of y'all.
First of all, let me tell you what a nigga. That's the first thing to come out her mouth. Not a man, but.
Let me tell y'all what a nigga thinks of y'all when y'all post all natural. He thinks that you're cheap and affordable.
And I can almost guarantee you that she's not speaking on what a man actually said, because I saw a man that reposted her video, and I'll tell you exactly what he said right after this.
Or he thinks that you're ugly. He automatically sees that you ain't asking for much. It don't take much to please you. Because see, a bitch that got her body done.
What kind of woman?
Because see, a bitch that got her body done.
I didn't hear that, sister. Can you say that again for me? What type of woman are you talking about?
Because see, a bitch that got her body done.
And women don't like to be called what?
Got her body done. Because see, a bitch that got her body done.
And those are your queens? What kind of queens do we have?
Because see, a bitch that got her body done, that ain't no broke bitch sport. That mean a bitch done leveled up. That mean a nigga that you fuck with gotta level up.
Not a husband. Not a future. None of that. And she leveled up. Again, talking about things that aren't important to men. How much money you got. How much education you got. Leveled up. That's exactly what she's talking about, is financials. As we know, and from the study that I pulled up for you guys, you can look that up, that the black community has spending power of $850 billion. And this was at least 10 years ago. And I'm sure that that money has gone up since then. Leveled up.
Fuck with gotta level up. So that's so when y'all see these niggas out here running around talking about some, oh yeah, team all natural, oh your body fake, that's because he can't afford no fake booty bitch.
Wow. But see, this is the cold part. He said he can't afford, and talking about money. And what he's talking about is, I like you the way that you are. I don't care about you augmenting yourself in an unnatural form and having to spend money to do so, But yet what you're going to do, you're going to go spend thousands and thousands of dollars, risk your health, risk your life for something we as men do not care about. It is not on the priority list. It is nowhere close to what the majority of all men care about.
So don't be thinking because you putting all this all natural that you got one up on a bitch that got her body done. Bitch, you ain't got nothing up on a bitch that got her motherfucking body done. Not even your money.
Again, the attitude. Again, the mouth.
Ain't fucking with a bitch that got her body done. So let me just start right there on that fucking part.
Wow. That's attractive, right? But let me see if I can pull up, like the lady said last night, pull up. There's a brother, and his name is Major Terrell. I don't know if he posted it on his page, but I know that he posted it in our group. So I'm gonna pull up exactly what he said. If you'll give me just a moment, bro. See if I can pull this up here again. Because this internet is gonna be a little bit slow while I try to pull this up. And I'm gonna read exactly what he said. And was his response to what she just said. Where is it at? Where is it at? It should be. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? Almost. Right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen so you can see this and so for everybody else can see this. I'm going to try my best not to get in trouble for what I show on the screen. So give me just a moment. I'll put his name out there. I'm sure he ain't gonna give a crap. Now, he said, on behalf of us men, I strongly disagree. And he's saying on behalf of us as all men. Hashtag, now we talking about all. He disagrees. He said, men don't care about hashtag makeup, hashtag weave, hashtag implants, hashtag fake eyelashes. And the last time I checked, since men are the providers usually in the homes, men don't give a damn about what kind of money you got neither, ladies. If you got money, cool. If you don't, cool. How many of you women know that men don't give a crap about how much money you have? You know why? Because when a man when a man cares and when a man wants to take care and provide for his family, he's gonna make sure that you good too. And you can get yourself to a point that's good. You ain't got to be automatically balling out of control from the jump. But he said she proves Tommy right about what he says about women. No, he said the wrong thing. He proved Tommy right about what he says about black women. Specifically.
Yep.
What you
and
think?
my thing is, it's like, where are the women who are natural standing up and speaking up for themselves about this type of stuff? Where are the ones calling her a bully? Where are the ones calling her saying that she's talking hate speech and all that kind? Where are those people at that will come up against something like this? And it's like for a man to say it is one thing, but it's like women should be able to do whatever it is that you feel you should be able to do and not be looked at as less than. If you're not doing what I'm doing, then what did she said you were cheap?
Yep.
Because you won't go out and spend thousands of dollars to augment your body, to put a bunch of fake stuff on your body. You know how many women that don't do that and that have full lives, fulfilling lives. And it's like she probably sitting in some hoopty talking crazy because she obviously, it's a shame that that's what we subject ourselves to. Because my problem is, you see, it's not just one, and it's not just a handful. It's not just a couple.
It's not just a sliver like Dr. Boyce Watkins like to say.
Right, you got to hit it with the boys. It's not just a sliver of our girls that are doing this, man. You go on social media and you see this type of culture. Not just saying they're saying the exact same thing she's saying, but it's the culture that they are just participating in by the droves. And that's what the problem is. Because as she's playing that, there's a girl just like that doing her hair, listening to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Terrible, man.
And there's no shortage of views that these videos are getting, the support that they're getting, and their voices are the loudest. And I've always told women that if you want to basically do something that's effective, is you have to speak up. You can't just allow these women to continue to be your representatives. Give you another example. For the women that are going out and fighting in Chuck E. Cheese, for the women that are going out and going ham in Burlington, and all of these videos that I showed y'all, like matter of fact, how about one of my largest videos, Devontae Clark? If you want to allow this fool to be the leader of the Black Lives Matter movement, then I'm sorry. I don't know what else we can really do at this point if you're not going to speak up and stand against people like that and say, hey, not me. I am Stephon Clark. I'm going to say, no, the hell I ain't.
Exactly.
You understand? I'm going to tell them, no, that's not how my daughter is. My daughter don't go to Chuck E. Cheese where they throwing toys and throwing drinks and smacking people in the face with pizza trays and stuff like that, trash cans and somebody.
I have to do this too, and I have to because the knife cuts both ways. The other problem to this are the dudes that will 100% go along with, say what, agree with, and will sponsor this type of woman. Will go after her and be like, yeah, shawty, you still fine, girl. I still want to, just so they can get some ass. That's our other huge problem. It's the men, the dudes that co-sign all of this behavior in spite of, just because they want the sex.
Wait, hold on, wait. April 77 said, I disagree. If you count the entire globe's population, most women are natural. Would you like to respond to that, or you want me to respond to that?
Well, I would probably say the entire globe's population. Yeah, but we talking about this 14% that's here in America. And that 14% that's here in America, when you talk and you narrow that down into the bulk of us are not at the top of the food chain, we at the bottom of the food chain. So we're looking at those inner cities, we're looking at the hood, whatever you want to call it, that's where the bulk of us are. So why wouldn't we want to pay attention to that? Why wouldn't we want to make that our focus if we're trying to be a better people?
Let me ask you something.
You can't be a better people.
Let me ask you something. When's the last time that you gave a damn about what's going on in the UK?
I don't.
Have you ever gave a crap about what's going on in Australia or
Nope.
Canada or any other place outside of the United States?
I don't understand why we as black people, especially, why we concern ourselves with other people that are outside of where we live, let alone outside of our own country, our own continent. Why are we so concerned about what's going on with the rest of the global population? That has nothing to do with what it is that we are living with every day, because this is what affects my life every day. Yeah. That woman with her type of thinking, she breeds and she has kids that affect how my little girl gonna be safe in school, how myself gonna be safe out in the streets, how my wife is gonna be safe out in the streets, what's happening in my community, because that type of thinking, that breeds and it fosters the negative hood life that we are subjecting ourselves to right now. That's why you have 81 people shot in a weekend in Chicago, because that's what them the people that's out there doing that. Them the people that her cousins, her brothers, her uncles, they the ones that's doing that. So I think that that's really important for us to focus on, as opposed to us worrying about what's going on in the globe, because those people that are around the globe, they don't give a good god darn about what it is that we're doing. They could care less about the strife that we have. Do you realize that most of the people in the world look at Chicago and simply like click on an article or turn the page and say, oh, wow, man, 14 people in a day. Oh, wow. And they keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's news and people see it, but we're the ones that have to change it. We think that if we scream and we holler loud enough that somebody's going to take pity on us. Go to a pig farm. Go to a slaughterhouse. You'll hear those pigs, those cows, you'll hear them wailing for hours on end, and they still getting slaughtered because they serve a purpose. We will continue to get slaughtered because we serve a purpose. We're funding the jails. We're funding all of the debauchery that goes out in the streets. We're the reason why we need more police, all of that kind of stuff. We are literally the coal for the fire in the system. And not just because we dark skinned. So we have to change us before we can expect other people to change us or to help us or to look at us different. We have to be the ones that say, hey, we're going to stop this. So it's like you have to take this into consideration and say, this is not the problem, but it's part of the problem.
Yeah, correct.
You think that it's okay for you to have to say, my goal as a young lady today, first and foremost, is to change my body and what I look like, because what I look like naturally is not enough. What kind of gut check is that for a 13-year-old girl? Because the little girls that aren't really beautiful, the little girls that don't have that just natural beauty that everybody likes, that's the little girl that's going to want to do what she's saying. Because she see the other boys picking the other girl because she light skinned, because she got long hair, because she got big breasts, because she has a big butt. So they're going to see the other guys going after her, after those girls. So she's going to think, I got to do what this chick is talking about so I can compete with them. When she shouldn't be wanting to compete. She should be thinking about herself thriving as opposed to trying to survive. I'm just trying to survive so I can get chosen by some dude at the party. There was a time when girls when I was coming up, the most that a girl would do would pad her bra. Take some socks, take some tissue, get her sister bra or whatever, or one of her friends' bra, and pad her bra. Now, she would pad her bra knowing that the guys ain't gonna get that close to her. They ain't gonna get up under it. They'll just see it, and then they'll like me. So she was causing attention. She was calling for attention to herself by simply padding her bra. Something that she can take out when she get home. Something she can take out when she go to the bathroom. And we went from that to this now saying, you ain't nothing until you get your body up.
And what did she say? She said until you level up. That's what she said. Of course, she's talking about money for those who aren't street slang savvy. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got your Urban Dictionary pulled up, then pull it up. But I'll say this because I typed it down because I didn't want to forget what I was going to say, because y'all know my memory be like poof sometimes, right? Attitude, soft-spoken, approachable, then looks. In my opinion, because we primarily talk about black women. Why? Because I primarily care about black women more than any other race of women on the planet. Those are the people that I'm most familiar with, which is why I'm going to always direct my comments, my love, and my criticism towards black women. All right? Again, Mother's Day. Shout out to all the great mothers out there. I'll say this. Black women in general, #not all, should stop worrying about what preferences men have about what they like, whether it's skin, whether it's hair, whether it's eyes, whether it's personal possessions, should not be of any consequence or any concern. Everybody can have their preferences, including women. Just focus on making the best version of yourself in a healthy fashion. I'll say that last part again for everybody watching the show. Women should just focus on making the best version of yourself in a healthy fashion. If you are still single, if you are unmarried, if you are uncertain about your future, because I am talking to the relationship expert, so I want him to let me know if I am dead on with this. This is why I have the most dedicated, he is the most decorated relationship rehab alive, right?
That's right.
He is the most decorated relationship counselor that I know, Craig. 3 things that will put black women on top, which is where they want to be. It ain't your weave, it ain't your finances, it ain't your education. 3 things. Attitude, soft-spoken, and approachable. Attitude, soft-spoken, and approachable. Write that down, tattoo it in your brain, and just know that you heard it from us first. Let me know if I'm dead on with that. Do I speak for all brothers that we be happy with that?
We could come up with a list, and I can agree. The only thing I would want to add to that would just be the willingness and ability to be a team player, because ain't nothing like having a woman that's on your team and is on your team to help the team win. Not trying to shine herself, not trying to get all the shine. Everybody have their moments of shine. But if you can get a woman on your team, and if women had that mentality, I want to be on the team and I want to be able to play well with my teammate. If you had that type of mentality, those are the things that gives you those intangibles that every woman don't have and that so many men desire. So many of us desire that. Somebody that will just be a great teammate. When you look at, for those fellas who can co-sign this, when you're talking about the Bulls, Michael Jordan, best player to ever play the game. But when you're talking about teammate, what's a Michael Jordan without a Scottie Pippen, man? There was no Scottie, there would be no 6 rings. Say what you want to say, talk what you want to talk. There's no Scottie, there's no 6 rings. So it's like you gotta have that teammate that is willing to be there and to just use their talents, their skills, their resources to help the team win. And when you do that, that's when you can really start a dynasty. That's all I got to say, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do me a favor, guys. Like, why? Damn, I'm seeing like 5, 6, 7 people getting blocked. Dudes, guys, can we please chill on that? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the show to say that. Please, 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 please. I'm seeing comment after comment after comment after comment disappear. And most of them are actually, like, I was seeing people saying they agree with us. Like, why are those being removed? That's what you've been told. Say, yeah, I agree. What about cleanliness? That's actually pertinent to what we're talking about, because, you know, bodily cleanliness is a big thing because of the fact that we talk about hair not being washed and it's smelling bad and making the pillow smell bad. Tommy talks about that a lot. Sometimes the hygiene below sometimes don't be right because a lot of our sisters don't have this thing called a gynecologist. So that actually is relevant. Like I said, that's kind of bothering me, the fact that I'm not sure why all of these comments are being deleted.
And that's one of the things, too. I mean, when you're talking about just that, I mean, like you said, I believe that first and foremost, that first jewel you dropped was the attitude. Your attitude will take you so many places. Your attitude will get you and afford you so many things. Your attitude will open so many doors for you. When you genuinely have a good attitude, you will go places and you will do things that you never thought that were possible. And it will be because of your attitude. And when you said that, that was like, to me, if there was one thing to look at, one thing to tell our black women to focus on, change your attitude. That strong, boss, tough, I got it all figured out type of facade that you put on, that's getting us nowhere. Because that's what we've been preaching. That's what we've been teaching. That's what we've been displaying for the longest time. And all it does is just get you more focused on and more dependent upon the things that, you know, that mean nothing. The tangibles, the things that you can say, oh, well, I got this, or I got these shoes, or I got these boots. The things are just things. Yes, some of the things are nice to have. Yes, some of the things can afford you some comforts in life, but they're still just the things. That shouldn't be the priority. That should be the residual, the fall off. Because I have such a great attitude, because I'm such a good person, because I have such a positive attitude and mindset, I am able to do this, which affords me these things. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like. If there's anything I would want our women to understand, start looking at what you bring to the table beyond your body. Take your body out of the equation and say, this is what I can bring to the table. I have this type of knowledge. I have this skill set. I have this type of, ability. When you can start focusing on those things, when those are the things that lead in front of you, then that's when you can truly be the person who is that be. I am that dude, that guy, whatever the case may be. You can be that top shelf, that 5-star chick, when you can say your things that you bring to the table are not what people see. And I'm done with my rant.
All right, brother. I definitely appreciate you, man, and I definitely thank you for finding some time to come over to the show, brother. I always appreciate you. I always love you. It's my brother, Relationship Rehab. You want to know where to let them find you at, bro?
Yes, sir. I will put my links in the description. I mean, not in the description box. So my YouTube coming out. I'll put my links in the chat. You guys can subscribe. I'm probably gonna go live maybe a little bit, maybe about a half an hour after you're done. I got a good show I think coming up, man. We're gonna be talking about can a person be down for their people and date outside their race?
What do you want to say to the mothers, man? It's Mother's Day.
To all of the mothers out there, I just want to tell you all, thank you for what you do. Thank you for who you are. Continue to do the best that you can. Continue to strive to want to be better mothers. And I just want to say to all of the women out there, happy Mother's Day. I want to say congratulations on doing those that take care of their kids and do what's best for their children, that sacrifice for their children and for their families day in and day out. Salute to you guys.
Yeah, man, this is your boy DJ Just J, man. Again, shout out to my brother, Relationship Rehab. Y'all make sure you have your notifications on so you can see when he goes live and y'all can watch that countdown happen. So that way when he comes in, y'all hit that thumbs up and all of that good stuff. As always, my brother, always honored to have you on here. And man, we just want to continue to keep growing, continue to keep having good conversations, and just continue to keep open and positive dialogue. So that's pretty much what we want to do here. Again, I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to be with us here. Again, to the ladies, happy Mother's Day to all the good mothers and to all of the great mothers out there. Shout out to my mother, shout out to Jay McLovin, shout out to her mother, and all the mothers in my family. You know what I'm saying? They all know who they are. Love you guys so much. Again, to the ladies, if I can give you any type of jewel, I just say make sure and change these 3 things. Make sure that these are on point. Attitude, soft-spoken, approachable. It's my personal opinion, but hell, what do I know? Until I get that ring on my finger, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure and always trust what my brother Relationship Rehab tells me, when I'm right, when I'm wrong. We'll see. And shout out to my brother Kurt Dog. I had to give him a shout out too, because I talk to him all the time about relationship stuff.